Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that B-roll segment of the new Ryzen 3 2200G processor. I hope that gives you some kind of ballpark of what you can expect from that processor and that integrated graphics card just right out of the box with maybe just a mild overclock. If you guys are looking at the upper right hand side of this, or actually upper left hand side of the screen, sorry, you guys will see that the overclocks changed just by a smidge depending on what game I played, and that was because at some points in certain games I would experience a crash or a blue screen or some kind of freeze, and that was because it was overloading the graphics card too much. So I sort of had to find a stable overclock for each game almost, but then eventually I ended up finding an overclock that worked for every single game, and I think that was the 3700 on the CPU and then the 1500 megahertz on the GPU. That worked just fine. I'm sure it can go a little even higher, but again, I was just using the stock cooler that comes with the processor. So I've already seen another video that another tech YouTuber does. If you use an aftermarket CPU cooler, you can actually push this even further and you'll get even better numbers than I did. And then another thing I want to note for you guys is the software that I was using to capture the screen is MSI Afterburner, and it does hit my frame rate quite a bit, I noticed, especially in World of Warcraft. If you notice my numbers in World of Warcraft, they were still pretty high and they actually looked really good, but it was actually another 10 and maybe even 15 FPS higher when I was not recording the screen. So just take that into account with all of my benchmarks that I did there. Your results may vary, of course, but you'll actually probably get even 10 to 15 more FPS in every single game that I did, and even in regular synthetic benchmarks. And that is because of the recording software that I use, and unfortunately it taxed the GPU and the CPU, so it affected my numbers. But normally with all of my videos I use Shadowplay from NVIDIA to record, and it doesn't hit my frame rate very much at all, but unfortunately MSI Afterburner was all I had in this instance because I did not have an NVIDIA GPU in here, obviously, so I had to go with what I had. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are kind of worried about the results there, just remember that with all of the settings that I use and everything, you will see better results than I did, because if you're not using a screen capture software, it'll look a lot better. So just in conclusion, kind of what I discovered from this processor right here is it's a very awesome starting point for somebody who wants to get into gaming and cannot afford a dedicated graphics card right now, which is definitely understandable because of how highly priced they are right now. So if you guys are looking to get into gaming and you want to build your own computer, it's kind of a really bad time to do it right now, but with these new line of processors coming out right here, it definitely gives entry-level people a starting point at a very awesome value. And the system that you just saw, it is about a little bit over $400. And of course, I'll link the PC part picker list in the description below so you guys can look up what parts I used. Just like my last video, I'll link that right up here. Make sure you watch that when you're getting into these Raven Ridge CPUs, because people are still leaving me comments on my last video I did asking me if their motherboard will work with a Raven Ridge processor, and still right now at the time of filming this video, I honestly don't know every single board will work. It's kind of a crapshoot, honestly. That's kind of what I'm telling everybody. If it does not specifically say this board is Raven Ridge ready or will work with this new line of AMD's CPUs, APUs, whatever, then I would not trust it. So do your guys' homework and make sure you guys know what you're getting before you buy it, and you guys will have a good experience like I did, and you guys will already start to have fun with your new computer. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys really liked it, go ahead and give it a like for me. I really enjoy seeing you guys when you guys like my videos. Make sure you guys leave me some comments below if you have any questions on the build, or if you guys need any information on what I bought or where to go to get it. And then make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos. The computer builds, because computer building right now kind of sucks, I may put those on hold until I find a good time to do it again. So I may start doing a little more camera stuff, tutorials, and then maybe some gaming. Actually, I keep getting people saying they want me to play World of Warcraft, and I've actually been playing it quite a bit. So there's a little hint right there that I might start streaming and recording that again. So be on the lookout for that, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Later.